Hey, this is Farmer Teacher on Farming Simulator 22, and we're going to talk today real quick about beets. Beets, how to plant them, take care of them, and harvest them. So we have a field here. We're going to put some in. Oops, let me just show you this field. Okay, it's right here. I'm going to check it and see if it's... Okay, I just plowed it, so it's done. It's plowed. Ready to go. It doesn't need lime, doesn't need plowing, and there's no weeds in it. So we're ready to go. So we're going to plant some right here with our planter. To plant beets, you just need a standard planter, not a seeder, but a planter. And we have here the largest one. Now this thing will actually do some some cultivating too, but doesn't let you do that with root crops like beets. Okay, so I'm going to unfold this thing. Nice plowed field here. So what I'm going to do is get this started planting the beets, and we'll be back with the next step here shortly. And there you go, that's how it looks. So we'll be right back. Bye-bye. Okay, we're back on our beet field. Now, normally on this stage, the next month, we planted this in March, it's now April, we would have to weed it. But since it was a cycle where we plowed the field, we do not have to do that. So no weeds after you plow, no weeds will sprout up. So at least not right away. So what we got to do now though, let me step back over here. If you notice looking at it, we have to fertilize it, okay? And it says needs rolling, but I'm not rolling these. I think there's more, you spend more in wages than you do in benefit, but we do need to fertilize it because that's a big plus there. So I'm using this manure spreader and it's pulling it from my manure pile from my cow pens. And there you go. So we're going to spread this out and we'll be back with the next step for beets. See ya shortly. Hey, this is Farmer Teacher. We're back. This is our beet field. We're at 95% and we are ready to harvest. It needs rolling. That's why we're at 95%, but I'm not doing that. So what we're going to do, there's two ways you can do this. I'm going to show you the least expensive way first. So if you go down here to over here to Beet Technology, you'll see this harvester that you pull with a tractor. But in order to use that, you have to use a halum topper just like you do on potatoes. So you have to get this halum topper here. You need 85 horsepower to pull that, and then you need 185 horsepower to pull this harvester that goes 3 meters wide, 6 miles an hour, holds 6 cubic meters. Not a whole lot, okay, not a whole lot. So it's kind of slow going, but it is a cheap way to get into harvesting beets. So we're going to start there. I have the topper over here and that harvester. Real quick, I can show you those. There's the harvester, doesn't hold a whole lot, and here's the topper. So we're going to get this little guy going. Okay, so you're going to do the topper. There you go. You can see the difference there. It's cutting the vegetation out very much like potatoes if you've done those, if you've seen my potato video. Very, very similar, pretty much the same. So I'm going to let this run a couple of rows and we'll be right back. Okay, our halum topper has got a couple of rows ahead of us, so we're going to jump in here and I'll show you how this harvester works. You got to unfold it. It's going to dig the beets out of the ground. It fills up rather quickly because the capacity is very small. But you can see it's getting the beets there. See the difference in the row. See it with the light, where the light hits it. But it is digging up the beets. It is full just that quick. So it fills up really quickly, and you would have to run a truck in here and empty that. So what I'm going to do is do the field. We're going to come back and I'll show you the main harvester, how that works. We'll be back in just a second. Okay, we're back. We tried the Halem topper and the small harvester that you pull with a tractor for beets. This is the big harvester I want to show you. Let me show you on the menu. Now they have a couple of different ones. They got a smaller one, a Ropa, a bigger Ropa. I like this one because it holds 45 cubic meters. So the other ones aren't any quicker. This holds the most. Pretty good bang for your buck. So for $471,500, and it travels around at 24 miles an hour, holds 45 meters. So that's a good sized truckload right there. So you don't have to empty it as often. So let's jump in here and I'll show you what this thing can do. Now remember, with this, you do not need the Halem topper. Let's unfold it. Need the Halem topper. I should have had a little more to the right, but there you go. You can see what it's doing there. Harvesting the beets. You do not need to do the Halem topper first. Has a lot bigger capacity, so once you get the money, this is certainly the way to go for beets. So that's it. That's the whole cycle for beets, from planting them to harvesting them. And there you go. So leave us some comments down below if you got any questions or if you got something else you want to see. Share the channel with a friend. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.